Hello farmers and welcome back to Riverview on Farming Simulator 25. Just been spending a little bit of time here just as the stream started. Just downloaded Courseplay a little while ago, and this is the first field I was trying to give an attempt on. And first attempt failed, kind of. If I cancel that job, so it looks like the worker wants to kind of start on the edge of the field, but there's a fence there, so that's not going to work. Good old Courseplay. I haven't used Courseplay since 22, so I was just trying to give it a go there and see how it's actually going to work. But yeah, it looks like I have to fiddle with that a little bit more, maybe between this stream and next stream. But anyways, we are in the month of October. We got some work to do. At the end of last stream, we bought ourselves a root crop harvester. We also bought an auger wagon as well. So our money has dipped down to 10,000, so we'll see where we get to today. But we should be selling our eggs in November and our maybe lettuce in February. If I get that far, we shall see. But we do have work to do here on the farm. Speaking of work, you might be done here, and you are. So let me go ahead and fold that up. We'll get you over to the next field. This is the field of barley that we planted yesterday, and now it's time to get rid of the weeds. And that is what we'll be doing to at least start today. So it's a Tuesday, so hopefully everyone's Tuesday is going well so far. I just checked on the mod hub, and currently no new mods have dropped yet today. But as we saw yesterday, maybe like half hour into the stream, maybe some mods will drop, who knows. Anyways, let's get a worker started there. I was actually over at the chicken, so yeah, we got these two contracts. Right now we're doing the plowing contract for $15,669, and we do have a hoeing contract over by field number 1 as well to get to. That's going to pay us $12,000. Any other contracts I should be looking at? Looking for really good paying ones. Not harvesting contracts really, but like plowing and hoeing is what we're looking for. But yeah, nothing else going on there. While that's happening, I'm going to visit the chicken coop, good old chicken coop, and I do want to get these eggs moved. And yeah, I'll be using super strength for this because the JCB is being used for the hoeing. McCormick is plowing. The 1050 is somewhere. I don't know exactly where my tractor is right now. Really just logged on not long ago, so I would have logged on a little bit earlier, but just before I logged on, I was like, oh yeah, Courseplay. Been meaning to download that for quite a while. So now I have it. Now it's just a matter of getting used to it once again. Like I said, I haven't used it since FS22, so the beginning of November. So yeah, about a good 4 months it's been since I've used it. Got to get used to it once all over. So yeah, eggs. We got tons of pallets of eggs. Just want to get these into storage. October, I think our grass field won't be ready until November. So that'll be done next month. Yeah, once we get our fields hoed, and we only got 2 more to go, that's our fields done, and like I said, we get some contracts done in the meantime. So the header for the root crop harvester, I don't really need that until next harvest season. So even though it's on the shopping list, I guess I could move that down the list a little bit. But I would like to buy fields for sugar beet. And we were looking at some fields yesterday that could cost about a couple $100,000. Hello, Crystal, Skender, Jay, Bose, Caleb, how you all doing? Hope your Tuesdays have gone, or your Tuesday is going well. For a second there, I almost said Wednesday. I'm trying to advance days faster as we go along, it seems like. Yeah, I still get the sound problem going through the shed areas there. But as I said, a few people have told me they got the same issues on other maps. And apparently Giants kind of knows about it. I don't know what kind of knows about it means, but yeah, Giants has a few issues they need to attend to. Hello, Biggles. Welcome. Now, normally I would use the either front loader to bring these over, but we're starting to get too many eggs. Occasionally I'll use the front loader. Sometimes use the auto loader as well. I gotta find out where my 1050 is and get that kind of set. a field detached from my save game because I mean, I was just on here yesterday, but I don't know where anything is. All right, JCB is there. Oh, the 1050 is down here. Okay. That's good. Yeah, let me check on the greenhouses while I'm here. All right, they're not doing too bad. That one's getting kind of full. But those there are looking good. Dairy production's looking good. Sawmill, we know what the sawmill's doing. Grain mill, yeah, we're making more flour. Let's deactivate the oats. What is that? Oh, that's probably manure. And now with the auger wagon, I can probably fill it up with that. The bakery should be making pizza still. And this here is doing well. The chickens we know are fed. The cows are fed. Milk could be brought up. There we go. Love your streams. Watch every day with your 3-month-old. Well, I'm glad you enjoy what you're watching and glad I can entertain you. You're picking up your stones. We had stones on what? River Bend. That's been about it. Have not been too interested about doing stones since then. Stones are something that I got to be in the mood for at this point. Every once in a while, I'll probably turn them on just for fun in case I could use the stones elsewhere. Yep, reading chat. And already had turned the tractor over. Sorry, missed yesterday's streaming. Got stuck with the mountains because of a blizzard. Life happens, man. Not a problem. Glad you survived and made it through. You thought you were the only one that does stone picking on FS25? I think if I played on a smaller map with smaller fields, I would look into having stones turned back on again. Or using the mod as stone picker as well, so the capacity is a little bit more, would be nice. Yeah, so this auger wagon we did buy on sale. So let me just back it into here and I will repair it because I think repair is going to be free. Let's see here. Repair for $44.50. Yeah, repairs it, but no charge on the repair. Sick of snow. We just got a bunch a couple days ago. Yeah, I mean, the weather has been teasing a lot of us here, at least where I live. I mean, last week was up in the 60s and 70s, and now, yeah, it's been snowing quite a bit. And I guess we're supposed to get some snow this upcoming weekend, which I'm just thrilled, like most people are, after the spring weather teases you a bit. So this will be our new grain trailer. Kind of wide. Oh yeah, I think I do got traffic turned off. I remember turning it off yesterday for a little bit because I was trying to go down the road with a Case quad and a cultivator. And yeah, it was just not working out with the traffic. So right now I think traffic is turned off. Alright, this should take manure, and it does. Well, we got a lot of manure there. JCB, let's get that over to the last of our fields, and we can send it on over to do the contract. So yeah, we're looking at a couple of fields yesterday of where to put the sugar beet for next season. And the fields roughly cost about $200,000, give or take, depending on which one we're looking at. So maybe I just, like I said, tried to use some course plate just before the stream, and the first time I tried to use it, the worker got stuck, so we'll have to see. Mainly course plate is going to be good for harvesting, so where the combine will pull over to the side so we can unload. Yeah, this does not turn that well, does it? So the current grain trailer that we had holds about 25,000, just shy of it. And this will hold almost 61,000, so a little bit better than double the capacity. I just wonder, is this going to fit up? I hope I can fit between all the production silos up here and actually get to where I can dump this in. $10.50 just has enough horsepower to haul this around. Okay, why? I know this is going to unload to the left, I think to the left, so maybe I got to hug this side a little bit more. Is there any other way to unload this? Because now I got manure in here, and guess what? I don't have the room. Don't have the room to get that into the dump-off area. What is move bunker up? Oh, so maybe, wait, I can move that up? Is that going to collide in anything? Alright, that is not working. Maybe it dumps to the right. Could it dump to the right and not the left? Well, that is not going to work in there. So now I got a trailer full of manure. Can I dump that into the smaller trailer? And then I'll have to just transfer it over. So let's lift this on up, and hopefully if I get close enough to the trailer, I can dump it into there. Alright, this will work. Yeah, so that's not going to work into the BGA because you can see how high that's got to lift up. That's just going to collide with everything. Well, I mean, not what I was expecting, but alright, we'll make this work. Buy a conveyor belt. I mean, it's an option, but I mean, the cart, that grain cart was kind of like an impulse buy at the end of the last stream that we just skipped into October. And, well, it was there, so that's why we got it. Since that's still in the up position, is that going to unload if I just come underneath it by itself? That would be kind of weird if it does. Okay, that's kind of weird. Wait, why did that only half fill? That's weird. It only half filled. Well, it's not the way I want to move the manure around in the future. We're just going to get more and more manure because of the cows. Just going to get more and more of them. Okay, but now it's going to unload again? And I assume we got it all out. Alright. So the plowing contract, that seems, did that stall for some reason? My worker's still going, and my worker's still going in our field, getting rid of those weeds. So if you did see the root crop harvester at the store, I'm just going to leave it there because eventually when I buy the header for it, well, the only way to bring the header back is attached to the harvester, so may as well just leave it there. Can't use the harvester without the header, and I can't move the header without the harvester. But that grain cart will come in handy when harvesting the fields. Let's see. Well, that should work at the grain mill. I don't think there's anything above the drop-off point at the grain mill where that won't tip. The sugar beet. That I go to look at the sugar beet factory. I don't remember where the drop-off point is at the sugar beet factory. Let's get this manure moved first. I don't really have a whole lot to sell today. I could sell the butter and cheese that was made overnight. It's worth something. And butter and cheese is still not, I mean, it's still at a pretty good price. The price has not dropped yet too much. I mean, overall, yesterday between the root crop harvester, which alone was $580,000, and then of course that auger wagon was, I think, about $60,000. So we spent a good amount of cash yesterday. But yeah, we are looking at maybe today these fields down here. Fields like 22, which is 207,000. 179, 170. The one thing I didn't check, are they growing crops in them currently? Actually, there's some crops that are ready for harvest. What do they got there? That'd be soybeans. Is that a grass field? Okay, so I thought there's 16 is a grass field, 22 is a grass field. Cotton I'm not too concerned about. Sugar beet drop-off is at front of the mill. Yeah, but what I gotta see is there anything above the drop-off point? So when I use that auger wagon, is that going to be a problem like it is up here at the BGA? Let's have a look at the sugar mill, which is right down here. I know one thing, that's going to be a fun spot. Well, this is where the sugar and the yeast would spawn, but I think I'm just going to put that on distribute, which everything should go to the bakery. But if I ever do put it on storing, that's where it's going to spawn. And no, there's nothing above it. So when I bring the sugar beet here, that should work just fine. It's a shame, though, that I can't use that at the farm production building. But small problems. Just small problems to deal with. And just a little bit of a reminder, I did release an episode of Penye this morning. So if you have been following along with that series there, a new video is out for you to watch. I think I'll just leave the grain trailer right here. Hello, Farmer to Bull. Welcome. I will lower this cart down. Leaving it in the up position just seems like it could be a dangerous thing to do. So I think maybe just loading, if I were to unload into like the silo, I may not have to lift it in order for it to unload. I'm not sure. Haven't used one of those before. Last time I used something like that would have been for like the sugar cane harvest. I think on American Falls way back when. Yep, I do got some silage. Let's load up with that. And is the JCB done yet? No, that's almost done. And the plow is almost done too, which is good. Hello, Branding. I think you snuck in on me, but welcome. No other plowing contracts currently. All the silage for our lovely little dairy cattle down over the hill. We do got beef cattle as well, but they're there because they were kind of there when we bought the cow barn, and I'm just kind of flowing with it. Seems like a slow discharge up here, but you know, when you're unloading 150,000 liters, I guess it's not too bad. Hello, Panther. Welcome. Round and round we go. Forage wagon. I think I'll just bring that down here by the grass field because November will be time to cut the grass again. Now let's move some of our stuff around here. both the JCB and the plow are just about done. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and I'll finish this up myself. Yeah, I'll take credit for the last 3%. New mods just dropped. Well, thank you, Giants, for always doing it after my stream starts, but not going to complain when mods come out. I can complain about the timing, but not going to complain when the mods come out. So weird when the audio cuts off. Yeah, I didn't have it on... Well, I mean, this is the first map I've had it on, but a few people told me they get the same problem on different maps. I got told one had it on Riverbend. One told me they had it on Comlands after they had built their sheds. So yeah, it is kind of weird with the audio cutting out. Not sure what's causing it, but... let me just have a quick look on the mods that apparently just dropped on the mod hub. Well, I do see a map called Settlers. Got some interesting tractors on the mod hub. Some smaller old-time tractors. Got a couple of trailers. Farmland Overview mod. I'm not sure what that's going to be. Looks like some farmhouses, some sheds. I didn't know there was just a super strength mod in itself. But that is for PC only. I was just double checking to see if it was for console players as well, but nope. But there's a map called Settlers out there. It's available for all platforms. Just having a quick look at it, see... Why does it look like the Houghton Pentai? Some of the pictures look like the Houghton Pentai kind of, maybe a remake of the Houghton Pentai kind of a map. At least one of the screenshots look like it's from the Houghton Pentai. Alright, so yeah, mods on the mod hub with a map out there, so that's, if we're looking for a new map to probably play on, go check it out. Yeah, this needs to get over to where I did the plowing contract. Hard economy on the Michigan map feels like normal economy with all these big contracts. So it's a pretty big field. Not a good map, you tried it. Based on the Houghton Pentai is for multiplayer. I mean, some of the screenshots that it's looked at quickly, I'm like, oh, that reminds me of Houghton Pentai. For what little time I spent on Houghton Pentai. It's kind of funny how we all have our maps, like I've said before. The first time I logged into Houghton Pentai, I think it was on for like 30 seconds, and my brain just went, nope. Every time I know a lot of you wanted me to play in Houghton Pentai. Every time I get in the map, it's just like within about a minute, I just go, no. I'm not sure what it is about the map, but my body's just telling me no on that. So we're sending our JCB over to get the hoeing contract done. I keep forgetting. I need to take my shortcut through the field. That shortcut through the field kind of well, it does eliminate going around this little village here. But also in taking the shortcut, you don't get to see going the village itself. I don't think it has to do it because the map is Asian. There are just some maps I look at the layout and I don't like it. There's a lot of USA maps I don't like. Hello, Miles, and welcome. I know a few people, when we were getting ready to pick a map, but we ended up moving here. What's the other Michigan map that was out? A few people wanted me to play on it. I looked at that map in 2 seconds and went, nope. Alright, McCormick needs to come back to the farm. But let's collect him that contract. Yeah, 15,669. Kind of forgot on the way over here how much fun it is to take the bumpy roads that exist here on Riverview. Then you get to the road where I did over. Now it's nice and smooth. But yeah, now I don't own the field number 4 over here. Praise Farms. Is that the other Michigan map? I can't remember if that's kind of like the really like flat open map with like fences around the fields a little bit. Wish they would come out with a bigger vegetable seeder. I'm sure there must be one on the mod hub by now. Now, when you mean vegetable seeder, do you mean the red beets, carrots, and parsnips? I kind of forgot, does our new planter that I purchased, does that do like spinach, green beans? I'm sure it does. What does our planter do? Okay, so yeah, it does green beans, spinach, and peas, but does not do the vegetables. Is there one on the mod hub? Let's see. Where do I got to go for that? Yeah, that'd be something I would definitely have to take time to look at. Because who the heck knows where that would be? Let's see here. What else do we got to do? I think I'm pretty much all set other than this hoeing contract. So, straw. I guess I could move the milk over. So, probably should do that. Although I don't know where my tanker currently is. Let's take a shot and say down at the greenhouses. Gotta love that audio just kicking out there. Even though I've heard it many times by now, it just... like some of you, I'm sure, it just annoys me. There's Sam walking around. Yep, there's my water tanker. Hello, Mr. Ulrich. Welcome. Alright, so how did I get my water tanker there and... Come on, attach. There we go. Not in the mod hub unless it just came out. So apparently you've been eyeballing it up for a better seeder for the veggies. Strange, because I would have thought by now, because they were out in FS22, you would have thought by FS25 standards after... It's been 4 months now, right? Let's see, December, January, February. Yeah, the game's been out now for 4 months. You would have thought one of those mods would have been converted over. Let me get rid of the water. Yeah, it's kind of weird. The Power Tools mod, if you remember... I forgot what stream it was last week, but like Friday or Saturday stream. My Power Tools mod, I had to use a backup key to activate it, but now it's working fine again. And while I'm up here, let's see if I got any methane that needs to be sold. Not really. And how much slurry do you guys have? 26,000? I guess I'll go pick that up, since we're waiting for that hoeing contract. Let the farm production building up here do its thing. Oh, someone left a trailer there. We'll give it a nudge. Now I won't be able to. Now I won't be able to attach to the trailer later on, but. Heard there's a mod for a PC called Horse Equity Increase where the sales price goes up. Don't know the details though. I don't know anything about it at all. I think I'll leave the tanker up here because I'll forget about it. Yeah, let's go ahead and move that grain trailer just nudged out of the way because I'll be coming up here with the forage wagon when I cut the grass. See if I can, well, that's not going to nudge it the right way, is it? As one would with their Fendt 1000 tractors, just spin a trailer around, and that's not going to be enough. Alright, let's not fiddle with it too much. Hello, Terry, and welcome. We'll give the Fendt and the trailer a wash. So definitely going to keep the Rudolph trailer because I can use that to feed the chickens with. Obviously, the other one, that'd be very difficult to feed the chickens with. I guess I'll put the trailer over here today. I wonder if the other cart would fit in that shed. I think it will. Just back in slowly, and it'll be just fine. Look at all them eggs that we got in there. It's going to be a few trips with the autoloader to sell those. Yes, this is going to be on the mower next, so might as well get this all ready to go. There. Getting all set. So, yep, now we just got to wait for the JCB to finish up. So just to recap on our fields, we did the barley fields yesterday. So fields 9 and 10, that's all set. 11 and 13 are our barley fields. And, of course, this will be sorghum. This will be sorghum. And, of course, we got our grass field. And, again, we sold field number 4 a couple streams ago. But kind of hoping today we'll buy one of these fields. I was thinking, field 19 is 212, 210. Let me send my drone up here. Because I'm kind of thinking what I might do eventually. Actually, all these fields could be merged together at some point, make a big field. Of course, I have to get rid of the trees, but we do have a sawmill. Although to drag the trees up to the sawmill, that would be a pain. course, we could always remove the hedges. Just trying to make like and I don't need that much sugar beet, so I can always move the sugar beet elsewhere. But yeah, eventually, for this upcoming season, whatever field we buy will be sugar beet. But in the future, merge these fields together, maybe have like a big barley field for the chickens or something. Yeah, we'll just have to see how much money we get today. I mean, obviously the eggs are going to pay us off pretty well. The eggs alone, well, right now we got about 150,000. That's before our bonus. So that's going to be pretty close. The eggs alone are going to be enough to give us one field. Lettuce is piling up. If I can wait till February, that'd be good. By the time we get to February, we should have like 250,000, probably closer to $300,000 worth of lettuce. Because right now we're just in October. We got to get to February, so. But yeah, hopefully today we can buy one of those fields. Where I spent all my money yesterday, in case you missed it, we got this root crop harvester. Same one that we used on fresh stocks, but with a different paint scheme, of course. Kind of reversed a little bit. I think it was black with blue, but now we got blue with yellow. Mostly, but like I said, just sitting down here now because I got to buy the header for it at some point. So no sense of bringing this back until we buy the header and can bring it back to the farm. Let's see, how's the JCB doing? Removing the weeds. Still got a little ways to go. Maybe what I'll do is, let's get into the McCormick. We'll go grab our auto-loading trailer. We'll go up and grab the butter and cheese. And we'll sell that. Up the hill we go. Not sure how much we got here because we did sell this last month. Hello, the Blind Viking. Welcome. Long time watcher, first time watching live. Just want to say thank you. I've been watching all your Lumberjack Dynasty playlist. Well, that's been a while. Lumberjack's Dynasty. But appreciate you stopping on in today. And glad you can make it. Hello, farmer. Welcome. So 6,000 liters of cheese and butter. Didn't go too well selling everything at once, did it? But that was about $21,000 worth. Not bad for just being 1 month. Skender forgot to do his chores. He's going to be in trouble with the big guy. Hello, West Virginia. Welcome. You should feed your chickens barley instead of wheat. Well, the thing is, the reason why we plant barley, we feed the chickens barley over wheat, is because when you plant those two crops in the field, you're going to get more barley than you would wheat. So it's better to plant a field with barley because you're going to get more grain than you would of wheat. So it just makes it better to feed your chickens barley. It's not a matter of by putting barley in the feed trough is better for your chickens. It's just that you get more crop off the field. So that's why most people say feed your chickens barley. Want to play lumberjack games? Your video helped me find a game when now I am going to watch your Farmer's Dynasty so I can learn the game and play along. The Farmer's Dynasty videos, boy, those are my first. And the big thing a lot of people say about that is my videos don't start from when I first started playing the game. But Farmer's Dynasty is the reason why I started making videos, because when I was trying to find information about Farmer's Dynasty, I didn't really look too hard, but I noticed a lot of people weren't making videos on them. And also on the community page, I saw a lot of people asking questions and I had answers to. And it was always hard to give people answers in a text on how to do things. So that's when I said, you know what, maybe I'll just start making videos on how to do things or in the series. So my Farmer's Dynasty series kind of starts after, I've been playing the game for about 2 in-game seasons or whatever. And maybe someday Farmer's Dynasty 2 will come out. We're not really sure what's going on with that game, but when Farmer's Dynasty 2, if it does come out, definitely will be doing it on some live streams. I hope, since they put it off since last November, because they were going to release it last November as early access, and now here we are in March, and it's been rather quiet from the publishers and developers on Farmer's Dynasty 2. You know what, worker, if you're actually just doing the last headland, I can probably manage that myself. Because you're going to fiddle around with every little corner, aren't you? This contract here, I think, is $12,000 worth, so going to get us up to right around $60,000 in our bank account. The thing is about Lumberjacks and Farmer's Dynasty and those series is, of course, I was playing during the early access, so they added things, of course, after the game came out. So some things may be different. And our contract is done. There we go. Now it's done. Yep, 12,179. So that actually did put us over 60,000. And yeah, I think I'm pretty much ready to go on to the month of November. But before we do, we got to advance through the day and take care of the eggs. If I go to bed now, definitely, well, I think no matter what, the egg spawn point is going to be full. Even if I go to bed at 11 o'clock at night, the eggs might be full by morning. Oh yeah, I do need to turn the AI traffic back on too. This time I'm going to take the shortcut. I'll leave the hoe on the JCB just in case there's some hoeing contracts to do in November. Oh yeah, we also got to keep our eye on the egg price. I know it says the best time is November to sell, but it could be in the middle of the night of October. Oh yeah, this could use some fuel, and it could use a repair. Yep, close enough. Let's start fueling up. How much are the DLCs for Farmer's Dynasty? I love that game. I have no idea. I haven't played that game since it got actually fully released. So I don't know what they've added or whatnot. Actually, I didn't even know there were DLCs for Farmer's Dynasty. Repair this, although it's going to be for free because the game is broken right now. So we'll get our stuff fully repaired for free. And yeah, we'll just leave it like that, I guess. And come over here to the chickens. And for now, yeah, fast forward time, one thing. Start moving the eggs over. Let's go over to the egg prices. Eggs. Alphabetical order, so that's very helpful. $12.94 is the current price. Max price is roughly about $1,400 in November. So with 2,000 chickens, we're going to get a lot of eggs here. And the eggs will allow us to buy a field. And who knows, maybe I'll buy a field if there might be still a crop in it when we get to November. I don't want to do cotton, though. But maybe the soybean field might still be there. There's a chance. See how fast we're getting pallets of eggs. Yeah, if I just stopped time and went to bed and woke up in the morning, this would be full. this game any good? Do you recommend it? Well, like always, I don't play games that I don't like to play. So, I mean, if you're talking about Farming Simulator, I got tons of hours on it. In 15, 17, 19, 22. I usually try not to say I recommend a game to anyone because I would just recommend this. Watch it and see if it seems like your kind of style. And then you may go to the store page and find out it's, you know, it's not in your price range either. So to each one, it's going to be different. 1383 for eggs right now. I think we'll just, I mean, it's already 1 o'clock in the morning. Might as well sit here, keep unloading eggs, and keep my eye on the price. Yeah, Farmer's Dynasty, that version there, that game might be on sale because, I mean, it could be any moment Farmer's Dynasty 2 comes out. So they may want to try to advertise the game a little bit. $13.91 for the eggs. At least now we're getting to the morning time. $13.91. I think the price may have peaked. Now I'm just kind of curious. These fields down here. I hope that soybean field was not harvested, but oh, the soybean field has not been harvested yet. Okay, so that field needs to be plowed. It needs to be lined, but it is double fertilized. And that field is how much? 170. What field is that? If there's a contract for harvesting that field, I should take it. That way they won't harvest it. Field number 26. Field number 26. I'm just going to accept the contract. That way the farmer will not harvest the soybeans. All right, let's grab... Did I leave the McCormick on? Yes, the McCormick is on the autoloader. Well, let's go grab our eggs and start selling those. And we're going to buy the soybean field. So I got some soybeans to harvest. And with the soybeans, we can make soy milk. Let's see, I gotta access this. Going this way. Grab what we can. Now we'll go grab all the pallets. Well, not all of them at once, but we're going to grab as most as we can out of here. And the only thing I got in here are eggs. Hopefully I can grab them all. I don't think I'm going to be close enough to grab them all. Actually, that's a good amount. Ooh, 4 stacks of eggs. This thing's going to be heavy. It won't do more than that, though. Alright, I'm not going to try to back up with this. So we'll just loop around by the cow barn. $56 carton of eggs, or pallets of eggs. Well, that was $93,000 worth of eggs. Let's go grab some more. This time I'll go up and get my tractor and trailer pointed the other direction. That way I don't have to drive uphill with a full trailer. $25 more, please. Am I going to get another full trailer? I think I will. Or is that, was it, well, maybe not. Maybe that was all the eggs. Storage is empty. So I did almost get another full trailer. Actually, the egg price in game was almost as it is to real life. Hello, Anita, and welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Another $90,000. And that is going to allow us to buy the field that we just took the contract for, but we took the contract so the farmer would not harvest the field themselves. Just make sure it's ready for harvest, which it is. All right. So for $170,520, we're going to buy that land right there. The farmland can't be bought at the moment because there is a running contract. Oh. I don't remember that being a thing. All right, well, we'll cancel the contract. I was going to say, now watch it be harvested or something. Buy this land for $175.20. There we go. All right, so now we got a soybean field to harvest. And I still got $72,000 in the bank account. But it's currently raining, so I don't want to be harvesting in the rain. Maybe I should unload the greenhouses while we're waiting, right? Yeah, they're getting kind of full of lettuce. So let's go ahead and do that. I guess I'll just stack the lettuce in this field right over here, because we're not planting in this field until next April anyways. And these will be gone by February. So soybeans don't really harvest that well, but I'll probably... I think I'll just bring down the harvester to begin with and see how much we get, depending on what trailer I'll bring down. Well, it's kind of hard to say don't use the new grain cart. I want this unloading on the left. But that soybean field we bought, that's where our sugar beet will be planted next spring. So now we just need the header and the sugar beet factory. Alright, swing it wide as much as I can. May not pick up that piece of lettuce because it's actually underneath the trailer. So we'll help it along. Ah, it doesn't want to get picked up. Alright, well, we'll put you aside till next time, you stubborn pallet of lettuce. I suppose I should be checking the sale page, because who knows, maybe the header for our harvester is on sale. I mean, the odds of that being true are very slim. But the odds are there. Wait, why are you blocked from unloading? Why are we blocked from unloading? Well, I got the same problem as I do on Penye, where now I can't unload the pallets? Let me try saving the game. Because it's kind of weird. I wouldn't pick up that one pallet. And now I can't unload. So maybe the autoloader has a little bit of a bug going on. And the best way to fix it, at least as far as I could see, is just to restart the save game. Luckily, it doesn't take too long to get loaded back in. Oh yeah, I didn't feed Sam, so let's go ahead and feed Sam. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna feed you in a second. At least I'm gonna try to. There we go. Let's see, what side is it unloading on? No, I want it on the left. And there we go. Now it unloads. Perfect. So the greenhouses are set to go. We need our combine, but while it's still raining, looking for high-paying contracts. Oh, yeah, there we go. Plowing. We'll accept that one for $17,800. And that's a job for the McCormick. So we'll get some of these contracts done while we're harvesting. And that should allow us to buy the header for the combine so I can bring that back to the farm at least. Hello, Griffiths Larry. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. JCB is a little bit in the way. And when I mean a little bit, it means I got to move it. Alright, just around the corner, and I can get a worker started plowing the field right away, even though it's pouring rain outside. All right, Terry, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and thanks for dropping on in. Appreciate you being here. Would you ever redo Lumberjack's Dynasty? Probably not. And really, from what we saw in the demo version of Farmer's Dynasty 2, looks like they kind of combined Farmer's Dynasty and Lumberjack's Dynasty and kind of put it into one game. So in that sense, I mean, I'll be doing Lumberjack's Dynasty when that game comes out. Or if it comes out. Hopefully, I may get stuck. This is the first time I've been down this pathway here on Riverview with this combine and header in tow. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if I get stuck on something. And also, I didn't really look to see how to get into this field because the hedges down here, it's kind of like a maze, honestly. Surprised I haven't hit anything yet. There's field number 22 up ahead. I wonder if that's the way I'm supposed to get into there. Well, I mean, I kind of gone past the... Well, I'm really stuck in here. Kind of gone past... Oh, like, why isn't flight mode working? Because he exited the game and came back in. That's why. Let's see here. Nope, that's how I get into my soybean field. Right there at the corner. Hello, Jeremy. How you doing? Thanks for dropping on in. I did get early access to the demo last summer. I used to talk to the publishers of the Dynasty games, but I had a falling out with them. So I don't know if I'm on their priority list for getting early access to it, but fingers crossed, maybe I will. Now, let me just drop off that there. And they weren't too happy with me too much when I was being a little bit negative about their Dynasty games. Alright, I'm not going to harvest these soybeans now. I'm just trying to get this all set up. And there we go. Actually, since I own this, let's go ahead and we'll get rid of part of this hedge here. Oh, there we go. Got to find the stump. Oh, I think I got to turn off. Yeah, I got to turn that off. And then I can just get rid of the stump completely. There we go. Now we got a little bit more access into our field. Alright, how long is this rain going to be here for? Somewhere around 11 o'clock-ish. Oh yeah, that's the contract I canceled so I could buy that field. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So no hoeing contract. Oh, hoeing contracts will be down here. But that's mowing. And there's a plowing contract on field number 3. I'll probably take that one out as well. But let's speed up some time here so the rain stops. Oh, rain stopped. Well, the forecast shows it stopped, but it's still technically raining, so I got to wait a little bit more. See, I think $96,000 is what I need to buy the header for the combine. Not this one, but the root crop harvester. Come on, rain. Stop so I can harvest. Wait a minute, what? Hang on a second, my crop is gone. Is it because wait, I canceled the contract and it took care of it? Wait, let me just quit the menu. Yes, quit without saving. All right, so what happened there, I think, was because I took the contract to harvest the crop, and then I collected on the contract, which was canceled, and eliminated the crop, even though I owned the field? So hopefully the game didn't save since I did that. Ugh. I may have just lost all that soybean. I was not expecting that. I turned like, wait a minute, the soybean was there. What happened to my soybeans? I'm going to say the soybeans are gone. I think it probably saved after I canceled or collected on the canceled contract. I did not expect them to do. Wasn't expecting that to be a thing because now I own the field. I figured the crop would still be there. All right, let's see what happens. 9 o'clock. Let me get back down. Well, the combine is still up here, not down there. Is the crop? Okay, I own the field. Let me just visit the field. Okay, the soybeans are still here. So let me get. So if I were to collect on the canceled contract, the soybeans would disappear, which is just odd. But now I got to start back over where I was. Is that plowing contract? Yeah, okay, so we're back this far. That's fine. At least I got my soybeans back. And then plow, accept. Alright, so we just got to backtrack a bit, which is not too bad. Oh, it didn't even unload that. That's fine. Yeah, that farmer said, screw you. Pretty much. Went there and took his crop after I bought it from him. Hello, RC Mark. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Sell the field and choose another. Well, there really wasn't any other field I would have chosen, honestly. All the other fields are empty. All right, let me fast forward till 10 o'clock because that's when the rain stops, and it takes a little while for the forecast to actually clear up. So we'll do this. All right, so the forecast says no more rain, but it's still raining. But by the time I get everything set up in the combine back down there, hopefully the rain will have come to an end. That's why you don't autosave. Well, usually autosave is not that big of a deal to me. I mean, if it did save, there's many ways to get that field back to where it was, but I figured I'd try just reloading the game. But now I learned something. Even though you own the field, the game still may say, well, I'll take care of that for you. And that's what we used to do in FS22 when you had a field you wanted to buy with a crop in it. You would take the harvesting contract so the farmer wouldn't harvest it, and then he'd just buy the field, and then you're good to go. Hello, Denard, and welcome. I could have sworn, though, I've done that before in 25 where I bought a field so the farmer wouldn't harvest it, and then I bought the field, but as we saw a little while ago, wouldn't let me buy the field when there was an active contract in it. I wonder if it'll let me harvest the crop, because the contract is still listed as active, isn't it? Yeah, it's still an active contract, even though I canceled it. So, I don't know. It may not let me harvest the crop either. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We just got to wait for the rain to come to an end. But if you're experiencing deja vu, don't worry. You are. Just got to do this all over again. Luckily, we're not backtracking too far. Oh, and I probably got to remove that hedge again. But also, if I did not have autosave, is this the field here? No, this is not the field, right? No, it's not our field. Wrong corner. If I didn't have autosave on, because I do play for 4 hours at a time, I may forget to save the game at some point if the game were to crash, which FS25's crashed on me just once so far. I could lose like 2 or 3 hours of progress, which would kind of suck. Of course, I could be driving down here, and maybe the soybeans will be gone by the time I get down here again. that's a start. They're here. What game is it? Well, it's... This is Farming Simulator. Where's that stump? Oh, it's right there. Alright, let's remove this hedge. I think if I just bring it in the way I did before, that was fine. I was going to have a little bit more room. And yes, I do got crop destruction turned on. Oh yeah, just removing that one little section of the hedge made a huge difference. I will try harvesting to see it. Harvesting while it rains reduces the yield. So even though the forecast is showing the rain's not here, since it's still actually raining, we gotta wait until the rain actually stops. But hopefully it'll allow me to harvest the crop. And then after I well, geez, I wonder if after I harvest it, is the crop in the combine going to disappear? So maybe I should wait until I get the crop into the dairy production. So we will get to mowing. I guess I can mow the grass while I'm waiting, because the grass for some reason does not matter. So let's put the hoe back in the shed. Looks kind of weird without seeing all the egg pallets in the storage. Alright, you can follow the fence. Not sure I want to be cutting grass while it's raining out, but that does not, the rain does not affect grass. But we all know if you ever try to cut grass while it's raining out, it's definitely something that's very difficult to do. So I was not expecting to buy a field where I would have to harvest it today, but here we are. I don't expect to get a whole lot of soybeans, because one, soybeans, as we know, don't harvest that well. The field has not been limed, has not been plowed, but it has been double fertilized, and I don't think it had weeds in it either. So I mean, it's not the worst it could be. And it's not the best it could be. So all this grass we pick on up and we put it into our farm production at the top of the hill, where we convert the grass over to silage. That's what feeds our cows. And so far this field has been more than enough to keep up with our cows, but I think in the future, when the cow barn gets really full, we're going to need more grass fields. Ah, there we go. The rain has actually stopped now. So, yeah, once we get this grass field done, which won't take us too long, we'll get right on down and start cutting up the soybean. Honestly, probably the small grain trailer would be the better choice. We're not that far from the harbor down there, so it's not that long of a trip. So one thing I did not pay attention to, did I make $180,000 from selling eggs? I think I got $90,000 per trailer load, right? So that'd be $180,000. So when I sell the lettuce in February, I can just take that money and buy the sugar production plant. Or I could buy another field down there and maybe merge those together and then work our money up towards the summer to buy the sugar production plant before harvest season of next year. It's nice to have options. Can I humor you and lease the colossal bale wrapper just to use it once? You tried it and it's funny. Well, for one, I don't even have the mod. I haven't even downloaded the mod and it's not activated. And I really don't need, I mean, at this point, because I'm just about done with the grass field, I don't need to wrap anything until for another year. Two just got stuck and it wrapped them both. That sounds like that could be a problem, actually. That could cause a lot of issues. Alright, just like that, grass field done. Follow me mod must save me a lot of time. Sure does. And I did download Courseplay before the stream. And I did try it on one job already, and it kind of got stuck at the very beginning. So, yeah, I need to give that a little bit more time to use. I probably just use Courseplay for harvesting contracts. And like clockwork with a grass field, just shy of 150,000 liters of grass. So the yield is staying very consistent. Yeah, I'll park this right here, because the next thing I'll do with that is load it up with silage. But what we'll do is we're going to grab we'll stay in the JCB and grab the slurry tanker. And we'll hire a worker to spread fertilizer in that grass field we just cut. If I can remember where I put the tanker. I see it around the corner. But now with the tree in the center of the field gone, well, not center of the field, but the edge of the field is now gone, workers should not have an issue. Alright, let's hope I can harvest these soybeans. Gonna raise up the header just a bit. Okay, maybe I did it too much. Courseplay just came on by itself. That's interesting. Alright, so now we are getting the soybeans. Yep, just making sure I can't get straw, which I knew it can't, but figured I'd give it a try. Oh, I know why Courseplay is coming up. Yeah, because that used to be a hotkey for Courseplay. Hang on a second. If I do controls, gotta go down to here to Courseplay. Where am I? Crane. Vehicles, Courseplay. There we go. Yeah, cursor on or off. I gotta make sure I get rid of that. And then apply. Save controls. There we go. That is also for my header height. So it's a decent sized field, but then again, it's also not that big. So we see how much soybeans we get, but it's better than getting none. Why are we having issues here? Lower that down all the way. Is the field... Why are we not harvesting in that section? Well, that is weird. Now I got another section where it's not going to harvest. I wonder if it's because the contract... Because I still got the contract there. I'm not too sure. How slow do I got to go to harvest this stuff? Let's see if I have any more issues going up this side of the field. All I want to do is harvest my soybeans. Well, they weren't really mine, but they are now, I think. Well, so far it's harvesting good on this side of the field. And of course, as I say that, I take a sip of my water. That's when the combine says, nope, I'm not going to harvest that section. I don't know if it's the combine or the header or just the combination of the two. But yeah, I've been having my issues with this setup. This combine is not the one with the auto level. I don't think... Wait, I didn't buy the one with the auto level. No, I did not. I can confirm that, though. If I go to the store page, harvesters. So which one... Yeah, it'd be the para level, which I do not own. I own the... Or maybe I do. No. Yeah, so I don't have the para level. I just got the regular ideal, not the para level combine. I don't know if it has something to do with that contract that I canceled and still sits there. Don't know if that's what's causing it, but I don't know. I've been kind of grumbling about this combine ever since I got it. This header combine setup just isn't a good matchup. And the combine before this, I had the Fendt pair level. The base game one, not the modded one. I didn't really have too many problems with that, other than it was under horsepower for the header that we had. But you had problems with it unloading sometimes. I could see if you're on a steep slope, I could see where that would cause a problem to unload. I had the same problem with the Ideal combines in FS22. So it's almost like if you don't get the header that's for the combine itself, it causes issues. I mean, I love the Ideal combine, the way it looks and everything about it. It's just I run into issues every now and then with harvesting with it. But as long as we get the majority of the crop, it's a bonus. Well, the combine's half full. Might get the entire field before I have to unload. Gonna be close. So the small grain trailer's gonna be more than enough. Hello, Vitamin Protein, and happy birthday to you. Nice combine. You use the Big K's combine in 22. I used the Ideal combine early on in FS22. On No Man's Land, I had the same issues as I'm having now. I was going to answer you, Jim, but Cavalier Roy had what I thought of is maybe the realistic weather mod. If you're running that, then tedding contracts are going to be different. You may actually have to wait on tedding contracts with a realistic weather mod. You may actually have to wait until the grass times out to dry. But Cavalier Roy may have a better answer on that, because it sounds like they've done some testing on it. I'm definitely going to wait until I get this soybean into the dairy production before I collect on the canceled contract. Well, it seems to be harvesting pretty good now. But, you know, the land does not look that uneven over here for the combine to have a problem with it. I wonder if it's the, I wonder if the field boundary is not correct. I wonder if that field is kind of merged over on this field a little bit. Well, our plowing contract is at least done. The realistic weather mod needs a lot of work, and general farmers tend to be waiting around for crops to dry out enough to harvest, but that mod seems to never have enough moisture. And yeah, I thought the realistic weather mod now has irrigation in it. It didn't when it came out, but the last update added it, I do believe. And that's why I've been kind of holding off on the realistic weather mod, because it's kind of like a whole new mod in itself. It's not like a remake from 22, really. So I want to give that mod a chance before I put it into one of my series. Looks like I'm going to get the entire field into the combine, which means it should fit all into our small trailer, so that's the one I'll bring down. But a field this size should give us a good amount of sugar beet, enough to get our bakery up and going with some sugar and some yeast. Alright, so a couple things that need to be done here. One, this McCormick is done with this contract, so let's collect on that one. Completed, that's what I want to collect on. I'm not going to do field 26 yet. I'm definitely going to wait until I get that crop into the dairy. This needs to be over at field number 3. So let's get this over and start that contract. I better put some fuel in this first. Don't need to be running out of fuel while it's over there doing a plowing contract. So quick stop up the hill, top off with diesel, then get it in field number 3. Start that plowing. All right, FS Consultancies, thanks for stopping on in today. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Appreciate you being here. Is my JCB done? I think they're done fertilizing this field, right? Yes, they are. So that tractor is now ready for use again. And after it finishes this contract, I may have enough to buy the header for the root crop harvester. And then the only thing left to do is buy the sugar factory. And harvest some sugar beet too, but one step at a time. Alright, field 3 should be right in front of us. I just gotta figure out actually how to get there. Oh no, that's the one that's up on the... Yes, I remember now how to get there. Gotta go up into field number 4, which I used to own. And then, whoop, I think that was my turn. I didn't smooth out all the paths, just the paths that were going to my fields. It's kind of a rule. Only the paths that went to my fields. And I used to own field number 4. See, I smoothed out the road from like field 4 around to here, and all the roads here. Alright, so that one's going on. I need, I guess, the 1050. And the grain cart should be right over here. Oh, I also forgot. I think I still got traffic off from yesterday. Trying to get down the road with that big cultivator for the contract did not work out. So let me turn the traffic back on. Yep, dirt tracks are very bouncy. So are the edge of the hedges when you're trying to read chat and drive at the same time. Hello, in your base, welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Hope you've been well. So the soybeans that we just harvested, they're going to go down to the dairy at the harbor. The sound didn't cut when I went past to get the 1050. I'm wondering if it had. I wonder if it has something to do with the eggs. So now that I sold all the eggs out of that shed, I wonder if that was part of it. I just want to check something out here. Just check an email. All right, down to the harbor we go. Better ride in cab. Can't complain, no one listens, and my wife makes fun of me when I do. That's why we just sit on the couch all the time and just stare off into space, right? That's the grain mill we're going past on the left-hand side. And I just have to make sure I got the soy milk activated. Let's see, do I have that activated in this dairy? Guess not. Now it is. There's an update for this map with giants. Don't update unless you want to start over because sadly it requires new save due to the changes. Alright, thanks for the heads up, Cavalier Roy. Appreciate it. Alright, so we're making soy milk once again. Don't think I've ever really driven around here too much. No, that's just gonna cause problems, maybe. Might be an invisible wall there or something. Or knowing my luck, I'll start reading chat and take a dive into the ocean. Yeah, I think I'm too far in. Too far in to try to get everything back to where it would be if I were to start or update the map and get it back to where it was. I forgot how many hours I got on here now. This must be like the 11th stream, and we stream like 4 hours a day, so I got like 45 hours on here now. I mean, I'm in year 4. There's a wall there. Well, I'm glad I didn't try to go down there. I really do like the map, though. I mean, British maps are usually not my type of thing because of hedges and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't get a chance to even look at it in 22, or maybe I did, I don't know. So many maps in 22. But I do like the looks of the map. It's very well done. It fits my game style. Although, like I said, the hedges around the field can get to me in the mazes of trying to figure out when I go do a contract sometimes. Like, where's the entryway to this field? That's about the only thing that gets me. But I like the fact that we can delete the hedges as well. So that's helpful. Sam, don't cross in front of me, Sam. Sam, stay over there. Good boy. Let's see if the sound cuts out now when I go past this shed without, you know, all the eggs being gone. I'm guessing it's because I had 100 pallets of eggs in there. I had the same issue in 22, kind of, with Hinterland. Actually, no, this trailer's not going here. What am I doing? I had the same problem on Hinterland in 22 on a pallet shed when I had too many pallets in there. Well, that was a frame rate drop. That would tank my frames quite a bit. Yeah, but now we're not losing the audio. Careful. Now cut it in there. Alright, so now that contract. Oh, it's going to charge me? You're going to charge me for taking the crop in a field that I own? I don't think so, mister. $10,365 you're going to take from me, are you? Well, we'll see about that, 10,365. There, I got my money back. All right, so don't do the same thing like I just did that we used to do in FS22. So if you're wondering what just happened there, the field I just harvested is soybeans. What field number is that? 26. So we just bought this field today. The field was ready for harvest, but I wasn't quite ready to buy it. So I took the contract So the farmer would not harvest the field before I bought it. Now you can't, in FS25, you can't buy a field when you have an active contract on it. So I canceled the contract, which didn't allow me to buy the field. So what happened about an hour ago, after I bought the field, I collected on the canceled contract, and the soybeans over here were eliminated. They took the soybeans after I bought the field. So luckily the game didn't say, we just reloaded the game. Now I harvested the field, took the soybeans and collected on the contract, and he charged me for taking the crop. So basically what you want to do now is, if you want to buy a field but you don't have the money yet and it's ready for harvest, find the contract, take the contract just before you buy the field. No, because I think it's going to do the same thing. I think it's going to do the same thing that happened to me. If you cancel the contract and collect it, they'll probably harvest the field before you can buy it. Or get yourself power tools and put the money back in. Well, I mean, now I kind of know, but it's all good. All right, so this field does need to be plowed and does need to be limed, right? If I remember correctly, yes, it does. Wait, it still says 100% fertilized. I do own this field, right? Yeah, I own the field. Okay. So it's still 100% fertilized. I think I really got the game confused about who owns that field. Well, interesting. Man, I really can't read chat while driving down these type of roads with a combine like this. I'll have to read chat after I get back to the farm. I mean, I probably could have just left that field the way it was and then bought it after I sold the eggs, and it still would have been there. I didn't know it was going to cause the issues that I just caused all the way through for the past hour and a half. Well, when I sell the lettuce in February, we're going to have a good amount of cash, so I may be buying a neighboring field down there and maybe merge those two fields together. We'll see what happens throughout the winter months when we eventually get through the winter months. Well, the one thing I haven't checked on yet, I hope my soybeans are still in the dairy. But since I paid for the crop, I would assume the product is still in the dairy production. Now Sam's down here. Oh yeah, if you didn't miss it yesterday, Sam, our yellow lab, was actually swimming in the pond. And it was kind of interesting because the dog actually was dog paddling in the pond. It was actually swimming. Yeah, the audio's not cutting out by the shed now after I sold all the eggs. So it seems like if you get too many pallets in there, it may give you an audio glitch. Let me just make sure in the dairy production that our soybeans, yep, their soybeans are in there. Okay, we're all good. What did you miss, Skender? You missed kind of a hassle. We bought field 24. Sorry, 26. I bought field 26, and it was kind of a runaround with that field, but we finally got it done. Yeah, Sam. What was interesting about Sam cooling off in the pond was he was actually doggy paddling and actually swimming in the pond, which was kind of cool. That's exactly how you park the big case in the same shed as well. That's interesting. It fits perfectly. Contract finish. That's good news. What did this one pay? $96.24. Well, I got 100 grand. I guess I could just bring this right on down to field 26 and start tearing it up. At least get one part of it done. I don't have to fertilize it because it's still double fertilized. I think Sam's just waiting me to get done for work. Maybe I can play ball with him or something. It's too bad Sam can't ride with you in the tractor. So I hope I didn't really bug out the field because of the contract and me buying the field and then and then collecting on the contract that wasn't there. Don't you want to mulch first? I don't mulch and I don't roll. I'm not much of a mulcher and a roller. Seems like a lot of work for what little extra percentage it gives you. Just my opinion. It's the wrong button. Didn't want to cut off the engine. We'll see if the plowing state changes. If it doesn't, then I've caused a problem. How big is the field that we bought? It's not going to be that big because it didn't cost that much. But the field is 2.84 hectares for 170. So I want to see if this is actually... Alright, so it is changing the plowing state. So, but it's just weird that I harvested the field and it kept the double fertilization into it. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I thought mulching was 2.5%, or is that just in FS22? Did they change it for 25? I thought mulching affected it a little bit. If I go to help. Grain crops. Mulching. Well, branding, it says right there, by applying a layer of biological material on the top of the soil. Mulching improves your soil, therefore the yield of your crops. So this is saying mulching does increase the yield. Doesn't say by how much, but as far as I know, it was 2.5% in 22. You will gain a bonus on your yield for the next harvest. So mulching does increase the yield. Yeah, this field right here, at least for next year, is going to be for the sugar beet. And speaking of, because we got the money, let's go ahead and get ourselves the header. Should be this one right here. If I have enough, because I'm going to change the color. Crap. I think it was like customize, metallic, select. And then design color stays yellow. So that'll be 99,500. Leaves me a little bit left to help pay off the worker. But yep, let's go ahead and buy that. And that should now match the root crop harvester. Alright, we got a field, we got the combine, we just need the production building. At least now we can get this back to the farm. So, yep, same machine as I use on fresh stocks. Just a different paint scheme. No, you hang on a second there, car. Oh, wow. Can't really see a darn thing where that thing's folded up. you think this is a weird color choice, and you didn't watch too many of my series in FS22 and 19. So I want to park this in here. Good place for it. And that got Lisa's attention because she wanted the metallic paint job yesterday when I bought the harvester. Alright, so with all that going on here, what, because I do need a little bit of cash, what is looking good? Ooh, I do got methane. Yeah, so let me go grab that methane. I forgot I was doing grass. Methane would be a good thing to go ahead and sell, give me some money so I don't run out. This will fit in here. I think I left the tanker on top of the hill. I'm not doing good today of remembering where I'm parking things. But that's where it is. How was my day? My day is the same as like always. Wake up. Get here to the computer. Deal with emails. Check on a few things. Get ready for the stream and stream. It's what I do after the stream that when my day kind of gets going a little bit. I mean, anyone that's been watching my channel long enough, if you thought that blue color for the root crop harvester we just got is a weird color, then I don't want to know what you thought of some other color schemes I've done in the past. Wasn't the tree harvester an oceanside forest, wasn't that like pink and yellow and blue or something, some weird combination like that? Alright, so I'm pretty sure we got some milk to bring up to the dairy. $13,000. We must have those other cows. What age are they at? 19. I don't think they're doing the milk yet. I think it's going to be 22 months. And now we'll start really getting a lot of milk at that point. And while I'm waiting, the greenhouses, how are those doing? Probably should throw in some water. Would not hurt. The sawmill should be able to grab that last log that's sitting there. Bakery, yeah, that's pizza. So I think everything's good to go. But hey, that pink, yellow, blue tree harvester, it was easy to find when I parked it in the woods somewhere. Still thinking back to it, just imagine cutting down, I want to say it was 8,800 trees. I think it was 8,800 that I ended up cutting down in that series. Don't make me change the color of the harvester to pink, Skender, because I will. I'll go pink, purple, because everyone knows pink on purple is a great color combination. Let me see if this log will be accepted. Wow, it must be a lot of wood in that log. If they both disappear, I'll have questions. But one of them, the one to the right, should be taken. There we go. What did that do? Yeah, 10,000 liters, so that's a lot of wood in that. Oh, it's an oak tree. Okay, that explains a lot of it right there. Hello, Midwest Farmer. Welcome. I don't know, how would that harvester look in pink and purple? If we just go pink and then purple, leave the bottom as leave the front guard as yellow and do the rim color as red. There we go. There's a good color combo for you. Oh, we got more. Yep, planks and long beams. Yep. Again, the sawmill, if it runs out of wood, it's not really here for that. It's just here to get rid of the trees that we do cut down. I'm not going out and actively looking for trees trying to keep this up and running. How are we doing down here? Wait, you completed that whole job already? Well, congratulations. That was quick. Oh, I must have restarted the game again. Flight mode. There we go. So yeah, they got a cotton field there. I could see us, boy, in the future, would I want to merge these three fields together? Although having a forest in the middle, yeah. All right, so maybe not. I mean, I could get rid of the trees, but then I'll have to drag them up to the mill. I'm not sure I want to do that. So I may keep them separate. But this is just going to be a sugar beet field for this upcoming season. In the future, the sugar beet field will probably be moved elsewhere. That field does need lime, but we got time to get it done. I'm just trying to do math in my head. I think when we sell the lettuce, that should bring in like 300 grand, I think. Sugar factory is like 240. But I think with the lettuce money, maybe I'll buy another field down there and I can plant like more oats or something like that to go into the grain mill for flour. And when I sell other things throughout the year, we'll save up enough money for the sugar plant. Because sugar beet's not until September. I always say September, and that's always wrong. So it's got to be October, right? So, I mean, I almost got another year before I really need the sugar processing plant. And then once we get the sugar processing plant and harvest the sugar beet, we can go ham on the bakery. Well, not make ham in the bakery. But we can start making a lot of other products in the bakery rather than just pizza. But I think we're done with November. Like I said, the lime, I can do that later on. Sugar beet gets planted in March, though, doesn't it? Yes, and it doesn't get harvested, yes, until October. I finally got that right for a change. Hooray. But yeah, so we'll hold off on buying the sugar processing plant after I sell the lettuce. Yeah, but buying another field down there would not be bad, like I said, because we don't have that far to go to deliver the grain to the grain mill. The chickens, I should keep an eye on how much food they got. I got plenty of food for them. All right, they still got plenty. And for now, we're just going to go ahead and put these to the side. I was going to check the sale page to see if that header was there, and I forgot to check. Well, speaking of sugar, there is a sugar cane harvester. So we're just going to speed up the day, collect the eggs, and then we'll go to bed and get through December, January, while taking care of all of our productions, animals, so on and so forth. So yeah, sounds like, well, sounds like the audio glitch that we were having had to do with so many pallets in the bale pallet storage shed. Because after we got rid of those eggs, that bug seems to have disappeared. We'll start collecting the eggs for next season. Unless I want to sell the eggs in December. Maybe the price is still going to be good. We'll wait for this one more pallet and then call it a night. I mean, it'll be pretty close to 10 o'clock. Can I go from 10 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the morning without having this fill up with eggs? Inquiring minds want to know. I got a funny feeling we're going to wake up and it's going to say no more room for eggs. Or maybe not. Maybe we're good. We'll feed Sam. It's almost full. Just pile these over here. I will check the sale page just because. Oh yeah, the Nexac pack. I was like, what the heck is that thing? But I'm not going to be using that on this map. That's for darn sure. I think all the animals are going to be good. Cows, 9,000 liters of milk. Alright, so that's not a rush to get up there. Stock market page. How are we looking? Yeah, nothing to really sell. I mean, I got the wood, but that's not a rush. Greenhouses, they may need... No, I think they can go another month on the liquid fertilizer. So I don't think there's anything I need to be doing this month. We can turn this off. Yeah, everything's fine there right now. I'm not even backing up on pizza because pizza's taking forever. And here we got plenty of room for lettuce. Yes, we do. All right, well, let's just speed up time, I suppose. And we'll just take care of the eggs until for the next 12 hours here. What did I have this morning? I've only been drinking water. Actually, I've been drinking raspberry iced tea today. I haven't had nothing to eat yet. Actually, what are the eggs going for? 13, 14. Yeah, the price is already dropping. I guess I would have sold the eggs if I really needed the money to buy something right now, but we don't. The lettuce will take care of that for us. Fun to sit here and watch the eggs grow. Hello, John. How you doing today? Hope you are doing well for a Tuesday. And we'll go to, looks like 10 o'clock. If I just collect the eggs until 10 o'clock and then wake up at 8, we're fine for the chickens. So just a couple more hours. We'll grab this pallet. Sometimes I think the chickens are just laughing at me. There we go. And just stick this over here. Slow down time a little bit. Well, there's a telehandler, but honestly, for the amount of pallets I'm moving around, that'd be nice to have on Penye. And a pea harvester, definitely don't want that either. All right, let's get to the month of January, where probably got to get the milk moved around and maybe feed the chickens, and we'll keep our eye on the lettuce. Feed Sam, of course. And actually, you know what? I'm going to visit this. Just easier. I don't have to open up the gate for the chickens. Just had Chinese takeaway. That does sound pretty good. Unfortunately, where I live, no one's going to deliver food out to me. And I live too far away for me to go grab anything. So it's got to be whatever I make. You're having grilled veggies with fresh liver from our hunt. The rest is going for a pate. Restaurants pay good money for those. So it sounds like you had a successful hunt on Saturday night. Oh wait, did I check the sale page? Yeah, I did. Yep, so the eggs are piling up. What's the lettuce looking like for price-wise? Lettuce. $11.20. $11.18. What is the price doing at the small farmer's kiosk for said lettuce? Well, that price is still rising, so I'll have to wait on that. I guess since we got the McCormick first, we'll grab that. Actually, you know what? The JCB is what's on the water tanker. As the snow moves on in. Eight Bambi, 2 boars, good hunt. Sounds like a good catch. Well, I say a catch, but a good hunt. But a good haul. That's the term I was looking for. Sounds like you had a good haul. All right, milk, 22,000 liters. And for right now, I'm just going to keep bringing the milk up to this dairy production. The one at the harbor is making our soy milk. See if I got any methane to bring on down. I should have about 12,000 liters. 18,000 liters, so we'll sell that. It's going to be good when we sell that lettuce. A whole bunch of cash is going to flow on in. How much slurry is at the cow barn? 84,000 liters. I better get that up to the farm production. Oh, no, wait, wrong turn. That's up to the farmhouse, which I never use. If I'm building up on slurry, that probably means I'm going to be building up on cow manure as well. Almost 70,000. Yeah, so I'll have to keep my eye on the lettuce throughout the day. So, yeah, we want over 1,100. And currently, lettuce, 310,000 right now, before the bonus. So I might even buy a bigger field than those 3 that are down there. So milk, slurry, methane. Oh, liquid fertilizer. Yes, 1,500 liters. 1,500, so that's 3,000. So, no wait, 35 and 3,500. That's 7. My brain is doing terrible at math right now. 10,500 liters of liquid fertilizer. All right, 10,500. I got it now. $10,504. And you may say, well, that'd be impossible to stop the exact number, but we've done that once. I went 4 liters over. And if you say you should have caught it on video, well, we did. It's in one of the Fresh Stocks live streams. I think I wanted 4,000. And I exactly filled up with 4,000. And yeah, we could use some water in one of them, but the rest of them should be full. And that one should be almost full. Ah, the pond's not frozen. And here I just eat when I'm hungry. You guys are talking about breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper. I just eat when I'm hungry. Doesn't matter what time of day, night, whatever. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. Hello, Trinity. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Actually, butter and cheese is a good time to sell that. So I should go up and grab that. We're just still waiting on the lettuce for that price to get a little higher. And we'll use the McCormick for that. Don't think there's anything on my trailer currently. And probably at some point while I got this on here, I'll grab the eggs that we have started to collect and start putting those in the shed. I know there's more where that came from. If that's all that's going to spawn, I'll just toss those on the back. Ooh, I should have another thing of cheese. Come on, pallet. Where is it? Cheese is 1,000 liters per pallet, is it not? Yes. There are too many pallets. Oh, I got too many pallets on the map. Oh, the lettuce. The lettuce is causing the problem. I've reached my pallet limit. Lettuce, eggs. If I put the eggs into the shed, it won't count those. I actually hit the pallet limit on PC. So there's 57,000 back into the bank account. Darn hedge. I can see all the lettuce pallets I got sitting out here. That's adding to the total. They're going to be gone soon. There is a mod that actually on PC now that I do believe it's on the mod hub that will get rid of the pallet limit. I was trying to figure out why that one pallet of cheese would not spawn. Then I read the bottom like, oh, you reach a pallet limit. All right. Glad you got the stream. Glad you could have time to drop on in and enjoy some fun on farming on Riverview. Oh, got 2 more pallets back there. There we go. Yeah, I think the pallet limit on console is 100. And I think on PC it's 250. I may be completely wrong in those numbers, but I'm also hoping that these hydroponic greenhouses have an update on the mod hub sometime soon, so it gets rid of that, gets rid of this texture here. Well, I'm not going to try taking the lettuce out of the greenhouses because if I got too many pallets now, it's not going to be happy on spawning those. So we'll load up these pallets here and we'll get ready for a huge sale. All right. So, small farmer's kiosk, 1087. All right, let's fast forward time until the price is right. And now we should get, I mean, I think we should be over $400,000 after I get done selling this lettuce. More snow in the forecast. This is going to make it more fun to drive around. $10.97. It's going to be in the evening again, isn't it? When I sell this lettuce. 1100. Keep getting stuck to tree. Well, don't do like I do. Don't stop driving into them. $11.05. Turn some lights on here because it's January, so it's going to be dark early. $250 on console. I don't know how many. Let's see, I got 42 pallets on here. Oh, and the chickens just ran out of space. $11.09 right now in the price. So it must be $250 on PC as well, because I think I can't have more than 250 pallets spawn, can I? So I got 42, 80. Yeah, it must be the same on PC. 250 all the way around. Okay, so it took care of the eggs. Let me just see. $11.09. $1. $1 more. It's going to be like midnight. I hope it's going to top out. I'm going to say it's going to stop at 13. Okay, well, the arrow's not pointing up anymore, so it's at 1,110. Still may go up, though. But I don't think so. Alright, I think we're going to just go past midnight here. No, it would have gone up a little bit, but I think 1,110 is what we're going to get. So we should be over $400,000 here in a little while. That hedge sticks out just a little bit further than it shows, and I'm going to just run into it so many more times it's going to be ridiculous. I'll always run into it, so don't expect anything else but that. Is that mod? Is that it's the chicken coop that comes on the map. So if you play Riverview, that chicken coop is already there. But it does hold 2,007 chickens. There, we'll get rid of some of these pallets. That way I can do other things. Hello, Let's Play Games. Welcome. Now we'll sit here and start emptying out greenhouse by greenhouse. And then, yeah, then we'll go to February. Well, technically we are in February, but we'll go to the morning at least. And we'll have a look at the fields, see what's out there. See what they planted in some of the fields, and we'll purchase one. Just imagine if I kept the other greenhouse from Omatana running all the time. I'm not saying I would own the entire map at this point, but it'd definitely be quite a bit amount of cash, because I was producing 80 pallets of lettuce a day or a month, depending on how you looked at it. Someone parked a JCB, not in the best spot. I wonder who that was. Does that lettuce look moldy to you? Looks perfectly fine. If you think the lettuce is bad, imagine the eggs. Eggs are sitting there for almost a year. I don't know what would be a worse smell, the moldy lettuce or the eggs, but I'm thinking the eggs. I might be waiting for something that's never going to spawn. Yep, that's spawned all the lettuce it has. And then it's got 3 trailer loads of lettuce right there. And plus what's in that greenhouse as well. Green eggs and ham. I don't mind the ham. Green eggs, though. Gotta find a new place to start parking my lettuce. I mean, I could put it up in the shed where it's supposed to go. And yeah, I think when I finally do buy the sugar factory this upcoming season, then I think it's time when I start nibbling away at our $2 million loan that we started with. Is that 2 stacks or 3 stacks? 2 stacks. Alright, Skender. Thanks for dropping on in. Hope you have a good rest of your Tuesday, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday. No wonder you hit the pallet limit. Yeah, like we just had a few pallets of lettuces lying around. Yeah, I'm always having fun. I'm playing a video game. If I'm not having fun, then I'm doing something wrong. Or I should be playing a different game. One or the other. But the money's rolling in, so it's kind of hard not to have fun. We still got the lettuce inside Omatana's greenhouse to grab. Not sure how much is in that one. I just can't help myself. I gotta drive as close as I can to that hedge. And I just keep always hitting that collision at the end. Alright, we're up to 436,000. I basically think I'll be able to buy any field in my area that I want to. Now let's see, how many pallets I got left in here to spawn? 15, so I got what you see, plus 15 more. Just fling them all to the edge. And yeah, I know I can take down the collision on the fences and just drive in, but I mean, either I do that weird thing or just use super strength to move the pallets. Best tree to cut down and how to cut them. Well, it depends on a lot of factors. If you want to use a tree harvester, then you got to kind of go with like lodgepole pine or Scotch pine. It's kind of a weird way that loaded up. If you're looking for the best tree to plant, grow, and get the most liters out of it, you're looking at an oak tree, but an oak tree you can't harvest with a tree harvester. So, I mean, if you're just dragging it with a winch. So, I mean, there's many factors that go into what's the best tree and how you want to move it and all that. It's not as simple of just plant this tree and go with that. So 467,239 is currently our money situation. Let me turn the lights off on the tractor. Not that it matters, but we'll turn them off anyways. All of our chickens are sleeping. Nah, well, they're not quite sleeping. At least they're bedded down. Most of them are sleeping. Yes, I should just double check on the chickens because I don't want to... I mean, they should have plenty of food. The cows are looking good. And the chickens, yeah, they can wait until springtime. Which we're almost at. Sam is somewhere, so we'll feed him. And, yep, just visit this so I can go take care of the eggs quickly. Alright, there's that. Sale page, nothing I need there. That would be nice. The selectable bale capacity pack, that's from Farmer G, who's been in our chat a few times. But that would do bales up to 249 centimeters. So I'd pretty much do any bale on the map, but we're not doing that. Yeah, so February. Let's have a look. Oh, they planted wheat in this field. That is not bad. What kind of condition? Oh, it needs to be plowed. What do you got in fields? There's nothing in 16. Nothing in 14. I think 20 is barren as well. 25. What do you got in 25, if anything? They got nothing in 25. Okay, well, it needs to be plowed, and that's it. So, I mean, right next to the farm, a huge wheat field. That would give us a lot of crop to make flour out of. I really don't need it for the chickens or anything. 82% yield. I mean, I suppose... I mean, seed does not cost that much, but I suppose we could always just plow the field up and replant something in it if I wanted to. And how big of a field is this? I mean, it's 6.71 hectares. Pretty darn big. Everything down there needs lime. I mean, I think it'd be good just to keep it around the farm. That way the harvester doesn't have that far to go. So, 402,672. We'll buy it. And I mean, really, I don't have to do anything with it if I don't want to. Which I probably won't. I mean, the crop's there. 82% is not bad. I mean, it would have been great if it was plowed, but like a lot of fields around here need to be plowed. So, yeah, this wheat will be good for the grain mill. To make flour, of course. Is there a limit? I know there's a limit on grain, but how much can that hold? 126,000 liters. I don't suppose I'll get 126,000 liters, but if I do, we got a silo to dip it on into. So, yeah, there we go. So that leaves me with 67,000. So I think with that money, the money we currently have, we'll start saving that and saving up to buy the sugar processing plant, which is 240,000. So it may seem like a little bit ways off, but really with contracts and everything I can do, won't take me too long to get there, but we got another field in our arsenal. Can our animals go another month? I mean, you guys definitely can. Cows should be able to go another month. So I can kind of just skip on through the month of February here. Greenhouses should be okay. Yes, yes, yes. Dairy production, that is still going through. I'm surprised it's still going through. I thought that would have gone through all the milk I brought up there, but apparently not. What about the other dairy production? Has that gone through the soy? No. I may have to start bringing some more milk down to the other dairy again, but after we make the soy milk. Anything I should be selling? Well, lettuce is still a good price. Butter and cheese are still a good price. I say we go sell that while we can. Maybe get ourselves back up to $100,000. You're on the USA map and you got pine trees. Well, pine trees are pretty simple to cut. Like I said, you could use a tree harvester, but leasing a tree harvester or buying a tree harvester is expensive, so it all depends on how many pine trees you got. But it's kind of a hard question to answer when you say what's the best way, because there's so many different ways you can do it. So not a whole lot of butter and cheese, but it is something. Manure was getting full? Not really. That manure pit will hold 1.4 million liters. And I'm only like at 100. So should be plenty of space. For manure. Alright, so we're not going to have a whole lot of lettuce here because we just really sold it. But we'll grab what's here because the price is so good. Yeah, I just want to get up to $100,000. That way it looks, the bank account just looks better. This is still in the first growth stage, right? Yes. Don't know if you want to be driving over your crop in February when the temperatures are as cold as they are. But I just did. But yeah, the manure does need to get moved, but that's a long ways from being full. And really, I just want to get to the spring months so we can take our tractors, and a couple of our tractors can be out doing contracts, and I can be working the farmyard and getting things done. I mean, there could be contracts to do in February, don't get me wrong. Deadwood and wood transport, so not a whole lot of contracts. $101,182. Just a slipping and a sliding. Just want to get the trailers roughly close as I can here. Oh, I think I just went inside the chicken coop. Oh, that door does open. At least I can get out. I mean, I could just teleport it to a vehicle anyways. Alright, and we'll fast forward through the day. Let's get to springtime, really, where the snow will start melting. And like I said, we might get our tractors to do some plowing and hoeing contracts. And I can work around the farm. And yeah, we'll start... I mean, we're not quite halfway there, but almost halfway to the sugar processing plant. 110,000 liters of soybeans off 32-acre field. 78% yield bonus. I usually just play small farms. I don't mind the bigger farms and fields. It's that when making videos or live streaming, when you're doing a harvesting contract for a couple of hours, it does tend to seem like you're not doing a whole lot sometimes. Getting a good amount of layers of snow here. But overall, I mean, it's been a pretty good stream today. We bought 2 pieces of land. Got the header for the root crop harvester. And we still have $100,000 in the bank account. To where we can, like I said, start working towards the sugar beet factory. Or the sugar factory. I shouldn't say sugar beet, because it will take sugar cane. Just going to go until 10 o'clock at night, because I know I can go from 10 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and the eggs will not have overflowed. And wait for this pallet to fill up. Took the pallet that wasn't full, and I don't want that to do that. That may screw up the autoloader by doing that, by taking a pallet off manually. But for now, it'll be fine. Actually, there is a plowing contract for $12,000, but yeah, let's get to the springtime, shall we? It's going to take a while for the snow to melt, though. All right, we'll feed Sam. And, yep, teleport back up to here. And just pile up the eggs here for now. Or kind of pile them up terribly. And yeah, I'll take a moment for the contracts to start coming in, but what do we got right to begin with? Yeah, nothing too much I want to get to. The chickens and the cows, 31,000 liters of milk. I think finally the, where are they? These cows right here, 23 months old. I think they're starting to produce milk now, because that number seemed to jump up quite a bit. And the chickens, yep, we'll give them some feed this month as well. So we got a lot of snow that needs to be melted. Let me just fast forward the hour, because it takes like an hour for all the good contracts. Well, I say good contracts, but more contracts to roll on in. All right, Deadwood, some homing contracts, yes, but not really worth it. I mean, I don't really expect any plowing, well, maybe some plowing contracts. It is planting season, but yeah, who knows. So we got plenty of snow, but no contracts currently I'd want to do. And the only thing I really got to do, I do in March, we do want to plant the sugar beet, but I need to spread lime down on that field. So that's field number 26 way down here. We'll put some lime in it, plant our sugar beet. Sorghum is not until next month, correct? Sorghum's not until April. Our planter does sugar beet, does it not? Just want to be sure about that. I'm sure it does. Yes, it does. It does sugar beet. So we'll plant sugar beet in March. Like we said, we got the... Wait, where is it? Went right past it. We got a root crop harvester sitting right here, ready to rock and roll when October comes. And we just got to buy the sugar processing plant for that setup. And once we have the sugar processing plant, like I said, I think it's time to start paying off the loan little by little. That's why you've been having problems with the autoloader and super strength. Yeah, sometimes if your autoloader stops working, as you know, if you just save the game, exit the save game, reload the save game, that'll do it. But yeah, sometimes there's a problem, like if you autoload it and you manually take it off, the trailer still thinks the crate is there, even though like when you unload it, since it didn't actually unload the pallet, it still has like a ghost image of it in the file. So yeah, you may have to reset the trailer or reset the save game. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it does not. Glitch out doing that, but that's part of it. So yeah, we're in year number 5. Like I said, we also, yeah, let's not forget, we bought this big field right here, number 17, with some lovely wheat into it that's growing. Does not need to be fertilized. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it as is. I thought about maybe plowing up and putting another crop in here, but honestly, let's just leave it as is. 82% is not that bad of a yield. And then after we harvest the wheat, of course, we'll plow it up and get it set for, I don't know, maybe I'll switch the barley field to this. Don't know. But a nice big field like this It's a huge add-on to our farm for sure. Oh yeah, I do have... No, sorghum's going to be here and here. That's right. We got these 2 fields of plant. Barley is here, here, and here. Sorghum here, here. Wheat here. Sugar beet down here. I think I got it now. I think I got it. I still am a little bit confused because I still think I got field number 4. I'm not used to selling fields. Usually once I buy them, I keep them. So my brain just remembers buying field number 4 and not selling it because I'm a moron like that. But yeah, we do have $100,000 still, so a good way to start the year. Just need another $140,000 to buy the sugar factory, and then yeah, we'll start throwing some money at the bank to get rid of the loan as well. But money is rolling in fast and furious, as we saw. Lettuce is doing us really good, and yeah, I'm pretty sure. Can I jump over this hedge? There we go. I mean, I could have went up the road and walked over. I'm just going over to the sawmill to see if that log is gone, which it is not. Am I actually out of wood? Not anymore, we're not. Now we got wood. But I don't have any more trees to bring up here as currently. So, yeah, just gotta wait for that snow to melt. And, yeah, I'll probably fast forward to the day just a bit. But, yeah, hopefully the snow will melt sometime soon. And we start tomorrow. Yep, be back here tomorrow for planting season. And we'll see how far we'll get. But yeah, I think that's a good place to wrap it up for today. We did buy, like I said, 2 fields. So it's a very, very good day here on the farm. Just need the snow to go away so we can get moving around things a little bit easier. Yeah, so I appreciate you being here on a Tuesday watching me farm on Riverview. It was nice to have actually the mod, the person who made the mod, the map, in chat today for a little while. Don't know if they're still around and lurking in the background, but appreciate you dropping on in and chatting with our folks here today. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, planting in the springtime, and we'll see how far we get. If you're still here and you haven't done so, might want to think about hitting that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen. Helps me out more than you know. Thumbs down button's there as well. You can hit that if you'd like to. But leave me a comment as to why, so make the streams better for you next time. And if you're new here, you might want to think about hitting that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. Again, if you did miss it, I did release an episode of Penier before the stream today. So you may want to go check that out if you need some more farming fun. But I'll be back tomorrow, like I said, here in Riverview. Same starting time like always. And yeah, the farm will look not as white. I promise. Ish. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to jump out of here and hopefully I'll catch you all tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.